So we're all martial artists here. And as martial artists, we practice lots of different techniques, including some fancy ones. We do fancy techniques for a lot of different reasons. They're fun. They're effective against our training partners who are wise to all our simple stuff. And it's part of the art, right? It is part of the art, it's part of the history, it's part of the heritage. But when it comes to self-defense and street situations, you want to keep it as simple as humanly possible. Keep it simple, stupid, right? KISS. It's been bowdlerized now to keep it short and simple because the new age is offended by the word stupid. No, hey, stupid, keep it really simple. The less moving pieces, the less plates that you have to spin, the greater the chance is that it's going to work in a real life situation. Think of this. If you're at a party and you're hitting on Vasily Lomachenko, the amazing boxer, the first boxer in years who's made me look and go, holy crap, that's from another planet. If you're hitting on his girlfriend and he comes up to you and the two of you get into an argument and things turn into a fight, do you think he's going to do that amazing footwork that he's so well known for? The amazing distancing, the incredible strategy? No, he's going to go up and he's going to land a right cross, a left hook, or a right uppercut and knock you out. End of fight. It's going to be one of the simplest techniques. He's going to use amazing timing, but he's not going to have to set you up. Because you're not, and my apologies if you are, but you're not a world-class boxer, and he is. So, because of all that fancy training, he's got the skills to go and land the simplest punch that exists in boxing and almost certainly knock you out. Here's another example. I was once rolling with a really strong guy. You hear of retard strength? This guy had retard strength. Is amazingly strong. So we're rolling on the ground, and he was new to jiu-jitsu, and I remember having him in my guard, and he was reaching for my throat. And I was thinking, don't take the armbar. It's a bait. He's trying to bait me into going for the armbar, and he's going to pass my guard, and he's going to smash me. And then I remember thinking, what the hell am I thinking? He doesn't know about, he barely knows about the guard. He certainly doesn't know about the armbar. He doesn't know about baiting a technique to elicit a response in order to be able to pass the guard and smash. This is all totally above him. So I went and took the armbar. I was making things complicated. I was thinking this move, counter move, counter move thing. No, he was giving me an opening and I should have taken it, and eventually I did take it, and I kind of took it carefully and he didn't move, and I took the armbar and I won that match. And in fact, that happened 2 or 3 times in a row. So it wasn't really a real life situation, but the guy was so strong, and my level of concern was pretty high. Because if he had gotten me, in some bad position, he probably would have tried mauling me. He ended up grabbing my fingers and going for my eyes, and I had to sort that out. So it was kind of like a real life situation, but I was way overthinking it. I should have stayed, I should have kept it simple, stupid. So if you're in a real life situation, there are the basics of every martial art. Whether it's your basic throw, your osotogari in judo. Somebody's attacking you, grab them and do your basic throw. Don't set it up. Don't try and fake one way and then take them the other way. Just do your basic throw. If you're a kickboxer, throw your basic kick. Throw your basic bread and butter punch. It'll probably land. Then keep going if it doesn't, but you'll probably have success with your basic techniques, the ones you learned on day one. If you're a jiu-jitsu guy, you know what is a really, really good way to win a street fight if you happen to be on the bottom? A scissor sweep, going to mount, hitting the guy once or twice, heel turn, and you'll do the rear naked choke. So you're doing scissor sweep, you're doing the mount, you're taking the back, and you're doing the rear naked choke. You learn these techniques probably in your first couple of weeks, maybe even before you went to your first jiu-jitsu class because you watched a bunch of UFC videos. And you know what? They're basics because they work. So in a real life situation, you don't want to get fancy. Don't go full space shuttle on this. Space shuttle's got 20,000 moving parts or something like that, all built by the lowest bidder. And one little tiny O-ring fails and the whole thing fails. You want to go low tech. You want to go AK-47. You want to have a few moving pieces, as reliable. You want to be able to throw this thing in the mud. You want to be able to, leave this thing in the sun. You want to not oil it. You want to not clean it. You want to pick it up and it still has to fire. Because in a street situation, you've got a lot of other things to worry about as well, in addition to just your techniques. You've got to scan the area for other people. You've got to keep track of weapons. You've got to keep the legal implications of what you're doing in mind. You've got a million different things to juggle. You want to go to your most basic techniques. For one, there's the simplest. They've got the least amount of bandwidth that you need to spend on them. And secondly, they'll probably work. They're the basics for a reason. They're the basics because they work on people again and again and again, regardless of skill level, regardless of training, regardless of how they get set up. All right? Keep it simple, stupid.